Yo, what's going on, Phantom Thieves? I'm back with another quick video for you. And this is geared towards my Xbox players. So we're going to talk about something. But before we do, if you like what we do around the channel, whether it's, talking about games or playing video games, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this off as usual. And let's look at this. Xbox introduces Enforcement Strike System. Shout out to my boy TK9, sorry K9 OMG. I was watching his, he was doing a live stream yesterday, and he mentioned this, and I was like, yo, I actually need to talk about this. So this was yesterday at 8:30 a.m., okay? We're going to go with the summary, and we're going to talk about why, for Xbox players, this can be very concerning. So it says, Xbox's new enforcement strike system educates players about enforcement severity, cumulative effect of multiple enforcements, and the total impact on their standing. Players can receive a total of 8 strikes. Each strike remains on record for 6 months. So half a year, if you get a strike, it is on your record for half a year. We're going to talk about why that's important. Each strike results in a suspension from Xbox's social features for varying lengths of time. Each strike, every single strike you get, you will lose access. Every player will begin with a blank slate or 0 strikes. Previous enforcements must still be completed. All right. We are constantly improving our safety features and bringing more systems and tools in place that empowers players to respectfully interact with one another. I'm all down for that, but what Xbox is failing to understand, or they either understand and don't care, we are video gamers. I ain't saying go out here and be, bigots or be racist or anything like that, but we're video gamers. We're competitive. We talk trash. And one thing I've learned, I'm 33 years old, so the glory days of, being in lobbies during Modern Warfare 2 and all this stuff, those are gone. In this day and age that we're in, those days are gone. I don't necessarily like it, but I've accepted it, and the majority of people should. We're just not going to be able to go back there. Maybe if you're in parties with just your friends, y'all can have that fun, but the glory days of talking trash to randoms and not being in trouble are gone. But all right, to help address all this stuff, they're doing an enforcement strike system. Now, the new system attaches strikes to every enforcement, ranging in severity based on inappropriate activity. Each player will now have a view of their enforcement history, including strikes and the overall impact these have on their player record. This revised system gives players a better understanding of enforcement severity and the cumulative effects of multiple enforcements. Enforcement transparency is about giving players clarity into how their behavior affects or impacts their experience. Our strike moderation efforts are not changing as a result of the new enforcement strike system. Now, we're going to skip all this, right? They want to focus on protecting players. I'm down for that. But this chart, this is what I want to talk to you guys about, all right? So, examples of, and this is how they're going to do things, okay? We're going to get to this at the end. Examples of strikes added for each type of action. Profanity, 1 point. There are grown people that play video games. Yes, there are kids, but there are grown people that play games. If you get in trouble for profanity, not even talking about racist or hateful speech, which hate speech is down here. If you use profanity, that's a strike. And don't forget, every strike, you lose social features on your Xbox. You cannot talk to your friends or anything for however long they deem it worthy. Cheating, +1. I feel like cheating should be +3. If you're going to cheat players out of something, I feel like that should be more than, profanity. Profanity shouldn't even be up here. Cheating's only 1 point. Okay, that's their rule. Sexually inappropriate, +2 points. Okay, I'm not even going to fight that one. Harassment or bullying, 2 points. Let me get this back. Hate speech, 3 points. I'm all down for hate speech. That's even in the glory days, there were certain things that you just shouldn't do. So hate speech being 3 points, I'm down with. The profanity, the harassment or bullying, this is where I say back in the, I hate to be like this back in my day kind of guy, but back in our day, if we were bullied in video games, we bullied back. If we were clowned, we clowned back. It was what it was. And then we went to playing video games talking trash. Now, everybody starts with 0 strikes, okay? Suspension, number 1. And I want you guys to really look at this. I don't see a lot of people covering this yet. Look at this. Suspension number 1. User reported for gamer tag. So if your gamer tag is offensive, that's a suspension. That's 1 strike. If your gamer tag is offensive to somebody else, even if 99% of people don't find it offensive, if that 1% finds it offensive, suspension. That's a strike right there. You lose social features for a gamer tag, which at that point, Microsoft, if you've allowed them to have that gamer tag for however long, maybe you guys need to figure that out then. Okay? Like, don't place blame on the player entirely. You guys let them get away with having it. If somebody puts their gamer tag as KNEE-GROWS, Negros, and you guys didn't stop that, and somebody finds it offensive, I find it funny, but if somebody finds it offensive, you guys allowed that. So think about that, right? Suspension number 2. User reported for message. That is, okay, so they're counting that as hate speech. Not harassment or bullying, hate speech. 4 strikes. Moderator, let's go back to this. The first one, the gamer tag, is profanity. The second one categorizes as hate speech. So Microsoft themselves are going to actually deem what they consider out of the examples. So even if, somebody does a message that says, man, yo, you a B for cheating, that should be profanity, but they're counting it as hate speech. So you're on 4 strikes. Now, here, we're going to get to this in a second, okay? Appeal. So you appeal it, you win the appeal. Okay, got it. User reported for gamer pick. So, again, we are online playing video games. My boy K9, if you've ever seen his channel, a lot of his stuff is based around females. Bayonettas, the Metro, the Samuses, Princess Peach. There's something about that blonde-headed, you know what it is. All kind of stuff. But your gamer pick, that gets you 2 points. You're on, because, you're already from the 1 for the gamer tag. So, user reported for your gamer pick. You don't win the appeal. You are on 3 strikes. Okay? User reads community guidelines and improves behavior. So, as a result of time passing, you still have 2 strikes. Strike removed from suspension due to aging out. Now, that means you have to go an ample amount of time to get 1 point taken off, and then the other one for however long. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's if it improves behavior. What's to say that somebody does not, or a group of people don't keep reporting you, even if you don't mess with them? Say they're talking stuff and you just like, yo, I'm a gamer. I'm not really trying to get nobody in trouble. They're just talking trash, but they keep messing with you and report you. Does that mean that this is null void? Even if you're trying to avoid them and just be a gamer? How does that work? Now, the reason all of this is important, okay? If you get 1 strike, so we're going to go to the gamer pick. If somebody does not like your gamer pick or finds it offensive, you get 2 points. 2 points is a whole day suspension. 1 day, or 1 point is a day suspension. If you get 3 points, and remember, all of this stays on record for 6 months. So if you get 3 strikes, if somebody doesn't like, if you send If your gamer tag and your picture are offensive, you just got a 3-day ban. Now, let's say, let's say we're just going to skip this, right? So I was going to give an example, but you guys understand what I'm going with. 4 points with any of these. Somebody could say you were cheating just because they, you were better than them, but they report you. Or, and it's in your nature to just, if you're talking trash on the mic, or you're in a, gaming lobby and you guys are going back and forth and, F you, or you're stupid, but they report you. You build points. If you get 4 points, you're gone for a week. All in all, you guys can read this. If you get 8 points, you're gone for an entire year. An entire year. So if any of these, and these are just examples, so they're not even telling us if that's everything. But if you get 8 points and you do not go an ample amount of time, which they don't tell you how long the time period is, if you do not go an ample amount of time and lose 1 point per, and it takes 6 months. 6 months. Don't forget that. All strikes stay on record for 6 months. You see, I just try to put that small down there in the fine print. Read your fine print. If you get up to 8 points, you're gone for a year. Now, get that back to 100. In 2022, fewer than 1% of all players received a temporary suspension, and only a third of those received a second. Our data, I don't believe that, honestly. I don't believe that. I really don't. Now, below is a visual of what players will see in their enforcement history. To avoid consequences, please review the community standards. We already see this part. Active suspensions. You're on a 1 day. 1 day. Look at this. For profanity, you get a 1 day suspension. Eligible for an appeal. So you can appeal it, but that doesn't mean you're going to win. Now, I don't know. Let me go back. If you get the appeal, okay, if you get the appeal, you do lose a point. I forgot about that. But even still, if you lose the appeal, your point is not gone until February 15th of 2024. Just the example. So say you get 2 or 3 points and you get however many days it was, I forgot. 2 or 3 points. Okay. Up to 3 points is 1 day. But if you lose that appeal in December 12th, those points stay on your record until June 12th, which means you better be on your best behavior. That's what Microsoft's telling you. Now, like before, players will still have the ability to appeal eligible enforcement, so they have to be eligible. Where applicable, if an enforcement is reversed, the corresponding strike will be removed. Guys, if you are an Xbox player, and this is no console wars, no nothing, I need you to sound off on this. I need you to share this video. I don't necessarily, I've never, got in trouble or anything like that before, but the fact that now people can legitimately try to get you in trouble on purpose. Somebody, let's just say I was doing a YouTube video and somebody didn't like this, right? They see my YouTube video, they report it to Xbox. Hey, this is offensive. It has more women than guys on it, or hey, whatever the case is. Maybe I'm being a bit, overzealous, but just the whole point of, if this does happen, anytime, and I try not to curse out people and stuff on the games. To me, it's just games. But let's just say, Arrow sat there and called me an a-hole because we were playing wrestling. I kept spamming the same moves. And let's just say I get 4 strikes off of cursing people out. And we're grown adults. We're all grown adults. I'm not saying this towards kids or anything, but we're all 20s, 30s, 40s. But I get 4 points. I get banned for a week off of cursing. To me, that's ridiculous. Some, like the hate speech, I don't think that belongs in gaming or anywhere, so I'm not condoning that. But some of these are a little excessive. Because I've seen people get banned off of just trash talking. So, I don't know, guys. Am I tripping? Am I taking this too far? Let me know in the comments. Share this video. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.